Okay, back in. Thank God. Yes, and I've had some time to rest and goof off and yada yada and huh. Uh, anyways, yep, going back in, squirm through. Okay, right back to it. I gotta fight some more guys, and it's a little strange that this group of doughboys didn't immediately attack you when you were roughing up the other group of them. Maybe they don't like each other very much. Fight these ones too. Oh shit. That was kind of some bullshit. Man, you guys suck. I'm not sure I want to try this. Mm, these things seemed like they malfunction like crazy. Mm, I'll try it. Screw it, why not? Oh, yay, it worked. Thank you, Lord. I'm going to shoot you. So that's one of these doughboys down. I'm going to go ahead and shoot this guy. And then I'll go ahead and stab him. Oh, he ran away. Go ahead and admit. Heal us all up. I'm feeling. Oh, geez, they suck. Yeah, about that. Go ahead and shoot you. Then I'll go ahead and stab you. I'll heal again. These guys suck. Okay. I'll go ahead and shoot you. And I'll stab you. I'm gonna actually heal again because, yeah, sure. Shoot him. Flip. Yay. I'll just punch this little jerk. Take that. It's lovely how no matter what I do, I only get 5 XP. Cool. Mountain of unsold snackle cakes. The shelf is laden with bags of expired flour. Take some, I guess. Huh. Mana enriched flour. Ever since the advent of mass produced magical flour, the cost of fire insurance has skyrocketed. You painstakingly collect the least stale grains of flour from each bag and make one bag of good flour. Huh. Shelf contains a lot of chemicals that don't seem like they should be in food. Take some. I got miscellaneous chemicals. I think I can use that at that one place. Ooh. It's an arcane oven. Do some cooking, sure. Huh. Interesting. Glow nut. 1 mysticality, 1 AP, or plus 1 AP regen. Huh. Iron pumpernickel. 1 muscle, plus 5 HP regen. That's actually pretty good. 5 hot armor. Coffee cake. Just plus 2 max AP in general. This one sounds about the best for me. Glow nut. Yeah, I'm gonna select that. Some basic foods. I can make other random things. That just gives you plus 1 mysticality. Hmm. 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 Yeah, I'll select that. Sure. I think I'll stop cooking for now. Yeah. Sure, sure. You eat the donut using tongs because you don't want to get any of the radiation on your hands, but I'll put it in my mouth, really? Okay. Safety first. Huh. Interesting. Might actually be better now to go for, let's see, your weapon. What was it? Alright, like the barbecue tongs. +2 hot damage. So my mysticality's higher now. Well, the bleeding is really nice to have. Yeah, I'll go ahead and equip this. Then I'll use this. Yeah. You sharpen the barbecue tongs to a razor's edge. Excellent. So that does what now? Okay. Yeah, that's definitely a strong weapon right there. Or, well, with everything else going on, should be able to kick some butt. The leader of the Doughboys. Identifiable by the fact that he has a greasier hat and more rivets on his jacket than the other Doughboys, if not by the fact that he's in the manager's office. He doesn't notice you when you enter. He appears to be focused on several large piles of wet bread dough lying on the ground around him. Weird. Do you have something to say, Gabby? Haha, this is fun. Getting into fights. You like a good fight, Gabby? Yes. There are not usually so many fights around here. What an excitement it is. I noticed you do a lot of slapping. Do you know how to make a fist? A what? Here, look. You curl your fingers in like this, and put your thumb over them here. That's a fist. You squeeze that all tight and hit people with these knuckles here. It's more powerful than a slap. Wow, keen as a peach. Gabby's flap slap now deals 3 additional damage. Wow, okay, cool. I'll take that. This is good to know. If you were interested in the history of the Ocean City baking industry, this shelf is receipts. This shelf of receipts would be a treasure trove. You were not. Okay, that's fair. The boss Doughboy has not taken notice of you yet, but he's probably not so dense that you can get any closer to him before he does. Approach him. Who the hell are you? Helva isn't really bread. Ugh, fine. Get the halula out of here, then. What's halula? It's a sort of Chilean flatbread. I feel like you're really scraping the bottom of the biscuit barrel with that one. Get out of here right now or I'm gonna beat the crap out of you. Oh, that's actually much better. What are you doing with all these piles of dough? Not that it's any business of yours, but I'm perfecting my recipe for bread golems. Soon I'm gonna be running this town. Oh yeah? You in what army? Me in an army of bread golems. Were you not listening? I probably shouldn't let you get away with this. You'll be lucky to get away with all your arms and legs. Rise, my minions, rise! He waves his arms wildly, and the bread dough around him congeals into 2 large bread golems. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not a good thing. Well, this is unfortunate. This is probably a bad idea, but I'm gonna try it. Ugh. Shake and throw. Oh, hey, it worked. Thank God. Go ahead and shoot you. Yeah. I'm going to shoot one of these at him. Then I'm going to go ahead and just take your ass. Well, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take your ass out, I think. Tongue. He's dead. Yeah. Punch him. He's dead. Ow. You suck. Okay. Shoot you. I'll shoot you again, I guess. Heck yeah. That donut's already coming in strong. Yay, I did stuff. You won. Looks like those golems were only half baked. You gained 7 XP. You got an item. Ciabatta's pants. Huh. What appears to be a pair of white pants is actually a pair of brown pants that are completely covered in flour. Huh. Oh, I got more mana enriched flour. Cool. Excellent. Ah. Huh. Boss's desk. Rifle through it. Ooh, I got some money. And a dough baby recipe. Huh. You found the recipe for those little blob guys that the doughboys have as familiars. Huh. Yeah, having a character that actually just heal me would kind of be nice. Ugh. Mm-hmm. Well, guess it's time to leave this area. What was I doing again? I was doing a lot of things. Oh my god, I have to like try to remember. Can I do anything here? I forget. Oh my god. Excuse me there, my good lass. Might you have a match on your person? No, afraid not. Well, that just won't do. What if you should have cause to set something alight in the future? Here, take one of mine. Oh, I got a match. The man tips his hat to you and scurries off before you can thank him. What a strange exchange. I forget if I had done anything that would let me get into this dude's house. Knock. Bro, I wanted to ask you about... Oh, that's right. Yeah, I did actually do that. Okay. I wanted to ask you about the Pourquoi. Alright, you better come in. Go in. An old gray bearded man in a sea captain's hat is glaring at you suspiciously. Blah, 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 blah. Talk to him. Humph. What'd you want? Well, I'm from the Ocean City Watchful Eye. You know, the newspaper. Don't trust newspapers, nor newspaper reporters neither. Well, nor otters. Fortunately, I'm not one of those 3 things. Can I ask you about the Pourquoi? Ain't nothing to say. Storm blew up unexpected. We hit a funny rock. All hands lost. That was decades ago. Why are you bothering me now? Well, it's a slow news day. What was funny about the rock? You ever see a 30-foot black basalt obelisk sticking straight up out of the ocean? Can't say I have. Me neither. And I'd be sailing that route for years. So I guess when you said funny, you didn't mean it as in ha ha. What's with the rocks in your front yard? I ain't know nothing about those, except for the date marker I put. Did they just come with the house? New ones pop up every once in a while. What's that got to do with anything? Well, nothing, I guess. How many men were in your crew? There was old Pegleg, Handsome Jeff, and less handsome Jeff, and old Barnacle Face. He looks askance at the row of urns. And, the other one, so 5. What was the 5th sailor's name? I ain't recall. He was new, just signed on for that last voyage. Didn't talk much. Eerie fella, to be honest. Eerie? Spooky. And that's all I gotta say about him. You have a lot of urns. Crew's bodies washed ashore after a time. Didn't figure they'd want a sea burial after what happened, so I had them cremated. Well, except that fifth feller weren't never found. I ain't recall how that urn got here. He was a member of the crew right and proper though, so he got as much right to be here as any of them. Did you ever visit that little cathedral? Sure, used to go and pay my respects once in a while. Back before my knees started acting up. Got plenty of urns to talk to right here though. Har. You talk to the urns? Yep. We shoot the breeze, relive the glory days and such. The old glory and such. Yeah, I can't talk. Ugh. You say that like they talk back. They do. And I can see from your face that you don't believe me. So you can ask him yourself then, Lubba. I guess I'll have a chat with your urns then. Fine, but if you got any more questions for me, ask him now. I'm tired of all this chit chat. I'm done asking questions, thanks. The plaque above this urn says Peg Leg Johnny. Talk to the urn. Hello? The urn doesn't respond. Anybody there? Imitate the captain's voice. You look around, make sure the captain is asleep, then mutter gruffly to the urn. Yar there, Johnny. You can speak freely now, sailor. I got rid of that no good landlubber. A muffled, youthful sounding voice replies, Yar, Captain. What did you want? What did they want, anyhow? By nothing of important. Your basic landlubber prattle trying to sell newspapers and like that. Pay it no, never mind. Aye, aye, Captain. Keep talking to the urn. So, how are things? Oh, no problems, Captain. Everything's ship shape. Ha ha. Always happy to chew the sea biscuit with you, though. Sure. Let's, reminisce about the old times. Great. I love hearing your stories of nautical adventure. Oh, instead of that, why don't you tell me how you got the name Peg Leg Johnny? Well, it's because of my leg, right? Got a peg leg. Sure. How'd you get it? I got it because I lost the original leg? I'd assume so, yeah. But how? Wait, weren't you there when it happened? Time for my nap. Talk to you later. Handsome Jeff. So, how you be doing there, Handsome Jeff? Smooth sailing, Captain. You feel like talking over old times? Sure, yeah, why not? Right then. Which particular yarn from your past have you got on your mind? Oh, actually, let's talk about you. Me? The fella next to you is less handsome, Jeff, eh? So, is this judgment of your relative appearance literal, or is it more of an ironic reversal sort of deal, yeah? Well, you never... Wait a minute. Do you remember what we actually look like? Oh, yes, of course. Gotta go, bye. Anything on your mind, Captain? Well, like what? Well, I don't know. Just if you would to wax nostalgic about old times or anything. Alright. Right, so, yar. Yar, I'm so... Oh, right. Those old times, right? Sure. Right you are, Captain. Those old times we had together. Yar. Yar. We sure did. Many of them. Yar. Anyway, I'm glad we had this talk. Uh-huh. I'm guessing most of these people are pointless and it's just the last one, but everything going alright? Ah, Captain. Nary cloud in the sky. Good, great. Are you in a chat mood? Sure, you are. Well, you know me, Captain. Man, a few words and all. Happy to listen, though. Right, well, actually, I was wondering about your name there. But, Barnacle Face? What about it? Well, I was just wondering. Why? I mean, of course I know, but why? But, if you have any insight into I mean, you've never actually said, that is, you've never asked before, so, I'd have thought you already. Right, yeah. Obviously, I already. Anyway, if you're not comfortable discussing it, that's fine. Oh, yeah, good, yar. Yar! Well, this has all been worthless. Fifth sailor. So, sailor, how goes it? I'd ask what's new, but, keep talking. You're not a talkative one, are you, matey? I suppose you never were. Come to that. Keep talking. So, well, as you were then, I could use some smokes, Captain. What? Smokes. Smokes as in cigarettes. Aye. What does an urn want cigarettes are? Well, alright then. Just leave them on the table like usual, please. Yar. Well, I'm gonna have to go get some smokes, I guess. Nothing worthwhile here. Up there, whoa. This nightstand looks like it was dredged up from an old shipwreck. There's a blubber lamp on top. Examine the lamp. It's a simple device, a glass vessel filled with whale blubber with a wick stuck in it. Blubber lamp. Really rolls off the tongue, though. Just a really delightful phrase. Say it. Blubber lamp. Amazing. Say it again. Blubber lamp. Yes. Say it again. Blubber lamp. I love it. Say it again. I blubber lamp. Blubber lamp. Blubber lamp. Blubber lamp. Blubber lamp. Blubber lamp. It's a blubber lamp. It's a blubber lamp. Blubber lamp. Well, this is stupid. Aw, you're no fun. We've got to go to work. Yep. Gonna go get some smokes. Gotta go all the way back down to Plunkett Street. Of course, I interact with something. Oh my god, what? You barely have time to react as the ground shakes and shudders violently without warning. Then bursts in a rain of earth as several large slimy tentacles force their way out of the ground, writhing and twisting and groping at their surroundings. Incidentally, the reaction you barely had time to make was, ah! Fight them. Okay. Well, go ahead and shoot you. I guess I'll shoot you again. And I'm gonna go ahead and hurt this one. Ow. And then I'm gonna go here and smack this thingy. So that one's dead at least. Ow. Ow, Jesus. These things suck. Shoot it. Shoot it again. Also, I'm gonna chomp on this actually real quick because I'm about to die. Uh, anyways, guess it doesn't matter, but I'll go ahead and hit this one. Then I'm going to emit. Ow. Oh my god, I died. Ugh. This sucks. Die. Ow. I'm gonna go ahead and hit you, I guess. Ow. Die, asshole. Oh god, that was close. Oh, okay, cool. Thank god. Oh. You won. They're gonna need 10 of those things if they want to tackle you. Oh, curious. You follow a trail of disturbed earth and cracked pavement from the place where the tentacles popped out of the ground to the place where presumably they popped in. And by presumably, I mean obviously. Because that place is a house with slimy, wriggling tentacles poking out of all of its holes. Do you have to phrase it that? Do you have to phrase it that way? I'm gonna keep going where I was going before I get into something new again. Get some damn cigarettes. This stupid thing. Where are they again? That. We got some stupid cigarettes, sure. I need to get some healing items and stuff, though. What does this do? Oh, yeah, it puts out fire. I'll buy a few of them. Oh, well. Increases your sleaze armor. Smelling salts. Blue cola grenade. Just shake it and up and throw it, huh? I'll buy some of these because it'd be good to have some that don't just blow up on me. Glow Wars helmet. What is this? Haversack? Alright. It's an accessory. Plus 20% to item drops. I really do wish they had some other healing items here. But unfortunately, they don't seem to. By the way, these maintenance overalls. That's not the best. What does this one do? 1 physical armor, 1 mysticality. Alright, I got this. Adds 1 physical armor to a pair of pants. So that gives me HP. This gives me armor on its own. It gives me mysticality. I think I'll go ahead and equip this one. And then I'll apply this. Yeah. Excellent. Cool. That should help some. And also, let's see, anything else? I don't have any shoes, I don't think. Well, I have the single shoe and the heavy boots. I forgot about those. Single shoe. Saves you the trouble of using both feet for walking. Weird. I don't know what the point of that is. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, still don't have any really decent thing there. I have the turtle. What's he do again? Or heals a random wounded ally by his mysticality. Interesting. What is his mysticality? His mysticality is only 1. That's kind of trash, honestly. Well, anyways. Guess I'm doing somewhat better. Actually, wait, I want to check something out. How much XP do I have at present? Only 37, huh? Hmm. Cool. Okay, well, anyway, sorry. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to this dumb place. Am I gonna get in a fight with something? Oh, okay, cool. Increases the damage of your magical weapon attacks by 1. Huh. Okay. Cool. Leave them on the table there, if you please, Captain. Put the cigarettes on the tray. You put the cigarettes on the tray and quickly hatch a plan. Approaching the 5th urn, you put on Captain Dirch's voice again. "Arr, matey, your smokes be upon the table as you wanted. Appreciate it, Captain." And you hide behind the captain, who is snoring in his chair. After a time, the bookcase slides aside, and an unshaven, shifty-looking guy pokes his head out and glances around surreptitiously. Then he tiptoes over to the table, picks up the package of cigarettes, and returns to the secret door. The bookcase slides shut behind him. Well, what do you know? Wait, what? Fishing rod is caked in salt. Either it hasn't been cleaned in a long time, or the captain uses it to catch horses. Take it. Salty fishing rod. Huh. Deals your muscle plus 3 physical damage. Interesting. It's the shelf that guy came out from behind of, or rather the shelf out of which from behind of which camest that guy. Okay. You try to push the bookshelf aside, but it's locked in place. There must be a catch. I mean, literally. Check a nautical guide to Lieutenant Harbour, a seaman's manual of ropes and knots, practical secret doors for the home handyman. You tilt the book forward and nothing happens. So you pull the book all the way off the shelf and nothing happens. So you flip the book open and start rifling through the pages until you find one with the page corner turned down. A diagram on the page shows the 3 most common unobtrusive latch mechanisms for bookshelf-based secret doors. And on closer inspection, this bookcase is using the second one. Now you can open the secret door whenever you're ready. Nice. Cool. There's a kitty cat here. Nervously washes itself in the corner. Try to pet it. The cat shies away from your touch. You notice that he's wearing a collar that says Ishmael. Huh. Okay. Enter the secret door. Huh. You give a respectful salute to these dead soldiers. Okay. Fun joke. Huh. Hey, what are you doing in, were you seriously about to ask me what I'm doing in here? Yeah. Even as I was saying it, it sounded stupid. How did you find me? I hid and watched you when you came out for your smokes. Oh, that was you, huh? I thought the captain's voice didn't sound quite right. So what's the deal? Well, it's basically just what it looks like. It looks like you're hiding in this old man's house to rob him while he sleeps. In that case, it's not at all what it looks like. I'm listening. I'll admit, at first I was planning on robbing him. I figured an old sea captain must have a secret treasure, right? He wasn't a pirate. No, it turned out he's just a lonely old man with nobody to talk to except his old sailing buddies. So I started hanging out back here and chatting with him through the wall. He didn't find it strange. He was a little spooked at first, but once I'd gotten a handle on how the different voices should sound, and learned enough to keep up with the anecdotes, he relaxed. It's nice to have someone to talk to, even if the situation is kind of weird, right? So that's all. You do this just because you feel sorry for him. Yeah, well, I won't pretend I don't like having somewhere to stay rent free. And his pension from the shipping company is pretty good. And his short term memory is kind of bad, so he doesn't pay much attention to the fact that he's buying food for two people. He's a good guy, and it's an easy life. Don't screw it up for us, okay? Wait, what is it to you anyway? I'm here about the stolen urn. Oh, yeah, that was probably a mistake. He'd mentioned the fifth sailor a few times, so I thought he might like to have the whole crew together, you know? So I lifted a random urn from that little cathedral to fill the spot. It seemed like a good idea at the time. The vicar needs it back. Okay. It'll be weird if it just vanishes, though. Can you swap it for another one? The captain doesn't open them, so he won't notice if there's no ashes in it. Fine, I'll see what I can do. More backtracking. Where is this at? Yeah. St. Polycarps, or whatever that says. Need to take a drink. Oh god, what are we doing now? Wet the whistle. While meandering the streets of Ocean City, you encounter a man carrying a medium-sized piece of luggage. What is wrong with me? Not brief enough to be called a briefcase, but unsuitable as a suitcase for more than two suits. Hey there, friend. You look like someone who appreciates a fine pair of pants. Do I? What does that even look like? Astute, discerning, even dare I say, perspic... You know what? I feel so stupid when I see some of these words. Perspic... I don't know it. Anyways, I have never met anyone who dared to say that word before. Yeah, what is... I can't even say it. Fuck. Listen. So listen, I have got a pair of pants here that is gonna knock your socks off. What? No, I'm good actually. I think I'm good on that. He opens his case and pulls out a pair of slacks that are oddly stiff and shiny. Feast your eyes on these babies. What's up with them? They're waxed, guaranteed grease-proof, and I cannot. Oh god, I feel good. And they're yours for only 20 meat. No thanks. You're passing up the chance of a lifetime, but alright, maybe next time then. Continue on your way. I already got some sleaze shit. Don't care. I think I have it equipped. Don't I? Didn't I equip whatever that sleaze shit was? Is it this? No. This? No, wait, what is this again? Huh. Yeah, I think I might try that out for a little bit, by the way. I got something. I got that book thingy. I don't know what that would show up as. Accessories? Oh, that's that. Okay. Everything. What was that again? Oh, right. Heard them all. Gift sleeves armor. Read. Be shocked. Okay. Cool. I got some. Yay. Alright now. That's good at least. I got some sleeves out of that. Or some sleeves armor. Out of the way, Gabby. Gabby Goo. Okay. Go, yeah, head down. Get a spare urn. Wouldn't hurt to take one. I don't know why I bothered to go up. Okay, back to Dursa's house, and then I have another in the counter, and yep. You know what? I'm just gonna shove past you douchebags again. This, phew. Yay. Oh, wait. Oh, I don't know how to do this with him. Do I just, like... Can I just replace it like this? Replace Aaron. Aaron of Cremens. Yay. And Cremains. Yay. A pebble next to the sidewalk catches your eye. Using that exact same eye, you determine that it's no ordinary pebble. It's a petrified espresso bean. Grind it up. Ooh, cool. Take that, bean. Hey, Gabby, I'm about to be done with this nonsense. Talk to him. Oh, it's you. Have you found missing ashes yet? I did. Here you go. Wonderful. I'll get this polished and reinstalled right away. Blessings upon you, my child. In fact, let me make that blessing literal. I have some holy water of Saint Polycarp here somewhere. Here we go. He takes out a little bottle of water and splashes some on your forehead. You got a perk. Well, okay. I'll take that. Ouch, that burns a little. Say, whose ashes are in that... Or say, whose ashes are in that urn anyway? Unfortunately, we don't know his name. But he was a sailor who washed ashore near here after a shipwreck. Some of the locals took him in, but he didn't survive the night, poor fellow. He was interred here as an act of charity. Was that about 50 years ago, give or take? Oh no, it was more like 300 years ago. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Let's see real quick. Fancy pedestal with an old urn on it. What a weird little adventure that was. Ahoy there. Everything shipshape? Need any smokes? Guess I shouldn't mess around. Okay, well, that was interesting. Okay, so that part is done, I presume. This thing's done. Hiram's is like a shop that I can mess around with. Well, not really a shop, though. I still need to mess with the fridge factory, but... Snackle Mills, that's done. I believe, anyways. Marvin. Oh, right, I need to go back to Marvin. Oh... Wait, what? An elderly man with thick eyeglasses shuffles up to you with a determined expression. Before you can react, he shoves some meat in your mouth and shouts in your ear. Operator, get my worthless son on the line. Mister, not a payphone. What's that? That's what the last payphone said. And I'm not buying it. Achoo. 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 Oh, excuse me. Let me talk to my first slugging son. Sigh. Bzz, bzz, bzz. I'm sorry, sir. The line is busy. Please try again later. Ew! Fucking allergy bullshit. Get out of here. Ew! Fuck. Jesus. Probably gabbling with one of his floozy girlfriends. God. Man, quit sneezing, please. Fucking hell. He shuffles away angrily. You gain 5 meat. Blech. Yes, talk to him. Thank you. Any luck getting those snackle cakes? I'm really jonesing for whatever it is they use for frosting. Yeah, I finally found some. Here you go. Wow, I got a lot of meat out of that. Decent amount of EXP. Thanks a million. Here's some meat for the cakes, and also I'll give you some sitting tips. Okay. You're so good at sitting down that you make it look even easier than it normally does. Thanks, Marvin. See you around. Cool. Jesus. Heard them all. Expert sitter. Cool. So I got 20 XP now. Went ahead and got that one thing, the sleaze nonsense. Oh, I mean, I'm doing okay, I guess, thus far. I got some hot armor, I got some armor, got some stench and some sleaze armor. You know, little bits of stuff here and there. Man. Anywho. Yeah, Mine over Munster. Yeah, anyways, need to find me something else to do. I guess, Tentacle House, great. I did everything at Goldthwaite, right? Yeah. Still really just need to go to the fridge factory and actually do something there, but I don't know, I want to... Hands in the air, girlie! You're on Tin Lizzie's turf. And this is a stick-up. You turn to see a woman in oil-stained coveralls pointing a gun-like tool in your direction. Is that a caulking gun? Sticking up isn't usually such a literal phrase. Actually, it's a grease gun, so I guess it's more like a slick-up. Haha. Gross. Everybody's a critic. Give me your wallet. Grab her gun. You pull out your wallet and nervously fumble it, dropping it at the woman's feet. When she growls and reaches for it, you swiftly grab her wrist and twist the grease gun out of her hand. Hey! Looks like the grease is on the other, lug nut? Honestly, I don't know anything about cars. You're gonna regret messing with the Tin Lizzies. I'm gonna regret touching this filthy grease gun more. Go on, scram. You got an item. Tin Lizzie grease gun. Huh. Deals your moxie plus 2 sleaze damage. Huh. This isn't really intended to be used as a weapon, but that's never stopped you before. Nice and smooth. So, cool. Either someone's pet Kraken escaped, or someone opened up a portal to the Waggle dimension. Ugh. Go inside. Oh my god, really? Don't judge me. It seems like this house used to be quite nice. Tall ceilings, nice wallpaper, fancy molding everywhere. Now, however, the wallpaper is peeling, the plaster is crumbling, and there's tentacles poking out everywhere. Oh, it's a real fixer-upper. Hello? Anyone call for tentacle exterminator? I don't think anyone called for a tentacle exterminator. But if you want to do some pro bono extermination anyway, I also don't think anyone's going to stop you. Well, except maybe the tentacles. Let's go. Huh. Huh. 3 tentacles have erupted from the floorboards here. Interrupt the eruptors. Yeah, sure, why not? Oh, thank God they don't get the chance to just go at me. Yeah, shake and throw. Well, that thing is insta-dead. Jesus. Shoot. I'll shoot it again. And then I will tongue it. I think I can just kill something instantly by doing that. Oh, pat. Oh, okay, yeah, well. Yeah, I guess that answers my question. I could basically just kill something all on its own with that. Huh, neat. Well, those things are dead. The door is locked. What about this door? Ah. Oh, swell. A massive colony of roaches in the walls. This house is a real peach. The stove is remarkably clean on the outside. Check the inside. Oh, yes. All the filth is on the inside. That makes sense, I guess. Huh. These tentacles must have been in the mood for a snack. Give them an attack instead. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just shoot. And I'm gonna shoot. And then I'm gonna just beat the crap out of this one. Ow! That wasn't nice. I'm sure the tentacle cares, by the way, but you know. Oh, a hat band. Add one spooky armor to a hat. Hey, not bad. Delicious. Huh. There is exactly one drawer left intact. Do you want to try fishing here? Huh. You got, okay, you've caught something. Huh. Continue fishing. I can just keep doing this, huh? Fish in a sack. Just sell it for... Okay, continue fishing. Sure, why not? Handful of clean water. Anything that was here. Huh. Okay. Cool with that. Cool with that idea. This refrigerator almost certainly contains horrors beyond your reckoning. Give me them. Oh. Ah, no. No horrors, just some very old food. Well, I'm actually fine with that because that's a useful item. I mean, believe it or not. Flush it. Yay. Wow, that gives you a lot of EXP for flushing a toilet. Huh. The sink has a cracked bowl and a grubby tap. Investigate. Look at that. Somebody lost a ring in the drain, and fortunately, your fingers are just long enough to grab it. Snake tooth ring. The tooth is just a delivery mechanism. The venom is actually stored in the ring part. When you apply poison, apply 3 extra. Huh. Interesting. This bathtub is filled with a fluid you'd rather not consider. Consider it fished. It's interesting that this is a mechanic now. Glob of where? Oh, good. You unclog the drain and the tub empties itself with a nauseating gurgle. This would be disgusting even if it wasn't wet. Well, yeah, that's fair. Wait, was there anything else in the tub? Nope, apparently not. Gonna go upstairs. Rickety stairs lead to the 2nd floor. Go up! Huh. Nothing really out here, per se. This door is barred from the other side. If the bar is anything like the rest of this house, though, it won't take much to break it. Thud, thud, crunch. Okay, it was a little harder than expected. What about the other one? What's with the other door? Huh. Surprisingly clean wardrobe. Check inside. Huh. Empty but for a single hanger. Huh. You're not sure why anybody would want to wear a coat made of wire, but whatever. Yeah. Sure, why not? Ow, you dick. I'm gonna go ahead and just shoot you a couple times. Shoot you again. I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna tongue you. Ow. Go ahead and, I think, yeah, just flap. Oh, this actually doesn't kill him. Huh, what does this do again? Huh. Thing. Huh, neat. Screw it, I'll just shoot him. He's dead. I just wanted to see what it did. Neat. Wait, what? You can't even begin to guess what kind of furniture this was. Sure I can. Okay then, Smarty Pants. What do you think it was? Mantle? Nope. A chair. It was a trundle bed. A writing desk. No. A curio. Wrong. A cradle. No, guess again. About a stool. A lawn chair? A piano bench. A footstool. Huh. Trundle bed? An easel? Four-poster bed? Crescenda? A secretary? A room divider? A couch? A waterbed? A headboard? Bureau? A tuffet? A bar stool? A cart? A throne? I think I guessed all these already. Give up. I told you couldn't guess. Yeah. This nightstand is mercifully tentacle-free. Check the drawers. Huh. The top drawer is filled with dirty handkerchiefs. Blech. But you find a jewelry box and a key on the bottom one. Or in the bottom one. Jewelry case. You found this key in a nightstand at the Tentacle House. Maybe if you need to move some jewelry from place to place and you don't want to wear it on the trip. Okay, well, neat. They're quest items I probably shouldn't be getting yet, but I am. Hey, hi, hello. You want to talk about something, Gabby? Hey, wow, look at it. Look at what? Gabby's skin. What? Gabby holds out an arm. Her skin does seem a little different. Like it's getting tougher and leatherier in places. Gabby is adapting to the prevalent conditions. Haha. Gabby gains 3 physical armor. Huh. I didn't know goblins could do that. I'm a little jealous. Leave. Ah, fucking sneezing bullshit. Ugh, excuse me. Huh? This nightstand is battered, but mostly intact. Check the drawers. Huh. Creepy locket. Huh. Plus 2 spooky armor. And old wallet. Maybe there's some meat left in it. Yeah, maybe. Huh. Old wallet. Loot it. Cool. In the money. How much money do I actually have right now? Well, I guess I could check with what's my current one? Reporter cufflink. 1 mysticality. I might keep that at the moment, actually. This mirror has, to your great surprise, avoided damage. Look into it. You look at yourself in the mirror. Hi, chick. Smile. I don't know what the point of this is. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, you can change the look on your face. Oh, okay. Huh. Alright, that's interesting, actually. Look into it. Smile. Yeah, I'm gonna leave. I didn't know what the point was. Oh. Okay, so I did things. I guess, guess I'll just... Oh, wait, no, don't leave. I forgot there's a key. Yeah, go down. I forgot there's this door over here. Unlock it. Head down the stairs. This may be a mistake. Jeez, it's dark down here. Fuse box, investigate. The fuses are missing. That explains the lights, I guess. Right. The cellar is way too dark for you to go any further. Yes, you have a flashlight, but you and I both know that flashlights are only good for making dark places visible, not for making them any less scary. Huh. So I need to... okay, go up. I need some fuses. We need a fuse, I guess. somehow. Need to find a fuse. Well, Wrong turn into an underground coffee house just as a thinly mustachioed man demands any decent person to defend the formal vulgarity of Joyce's. I can't run away. Sorry. Let's see real quick if I got unspent XP. I got 50. I could actually up this. Huh. Yeah. Plus 5 XP from gathering. And plus 3 physical armor. 1 mysticality, 1 max AP. Huh. I think this might actually be good. It gives me armor. It's more like physical armor. Screw it, I'll get this. Yeah. Screw it. Yay. That's cool. Try to make a deal. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna fight you guys again. This time I think I might actually kick your asses. Yeah, I'm gonna sing this. And then I'm gonna shake and throw this. Then I'll go ahead and shoot you. You're down. Yeah, and then I'll do this. Tong. You're almost dead, man. Oh, really? I'll go and pow you, so you'll be down. Ow. Ow. Cool. I go ahead and I guess eat this because screw it. Go ahead and shoot you, which does nothing. Shoot you again, screw it. I'm gonna tongue you. Then I'm gonna heal. Cool. Ow, my birdie. Oh, you got rid of my bird, you asshole. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go to you. What is this again? What's this again? Oh, right, yeah. I go to you, and I'm gonna toss this at you. Have fun, buddy. I'll go ahead and do this. Shoot. That still does nothing, Jesus. Frick it. Shoot him again. Then I'll go ahead and just tongue this jerk. He's dead. I'll punch you, jerk. I'll tongue you. Fuck it. Take that. Pow. You'll be dead in a second, man. Tongue him, jerk. Yay, I got a EXP. I'll say. Jeez. Ah, wow. Definitely helped out. So any more foraging I do should help me out a lot. Ooh. It's a refrigerator truck, but not the kind you're probably thinking of. Huh. Ooh. Wow, it's really cold over here. 1 cold armor, huh? Do I have anything for that? Hmm. Hmm. That's for stench armor. I don't have anything. Hats. I need maybe potions. Sunscreen. That's hot armor. Shelled mouthwash increases your cold armor by 3. Don't have me losing whatever the last thing was, which I forget what it even was. If I use it, it'll show me. Oh, yeah. This is stench armor. Yeah, sure. Cool. Okay. Wait. What? An old toolbox. An old toolbox has been left here to rust. See what's inside. Oh, I got an awl. Apply 3 bleeding. Huh. If you see a pointy bit of metal with a wooden handle, Disposable ratchet. Another combat item. Increase an ally's stats by 3. Huh. Piece of scrap metal. A chunk of unloved metal. Give your target shielded, which will cause them to ignore the next time they take damage. Huh. Huh. Okay, I'll fish. Screw it. Okay. Neat. Hey, there are weird flies buzzing around this barrel of frigid industrial waste. There's a pretty flower growing out of this patch of frosty industrial waste. It's probably a metaphor for something you don't understand. Probably. Discarded industrial junk. Dig through them. Huh. One of these old coils is still in pretty good shape. I got okay, a mana charged refrigeration coil. If you can't figure out anything useful to do with it, you could always just sell it. Huh. Huh. Well, I'm not entirely sure how useful that was, but I guess. Yeah, it is the thing. Doesn't seem big enough for refrigerator repairs. Make some stuff. Huh. Anarchist hardware, huh? Ooh. Flesh spackle. Huh. Stores 10 HP and cure bleeding. Huh. Just like this. Hmm. Cool. Fixing. Okay, well, sure. I got all these all things. Spray on asbestos. Add +1 hot armor to a pair of pants. Huh. Interesting. Oh, I actually got this stuff too, by the way. I didn't notice that. Yeah, sure. Apply to my current pants. Excellent. So my current pants should be pretty decent right now. Yeah. Heck yeah. Anything on these? Crane control. The control booth is locked from the inside. Somebody's gonna be in big trouble. Oh yeah, by the way, I got that shit, that special shit. Literally just got it. Oh, abrasive disgust. Powerful grit. Huh. Physical armor by 5. Gain 3 AP and increase AP regen by 1. Hell yes. Hmm. I guess like that too, yeah. Sure. Got some cool stuff to be able to use at certain points. Wait, what? Looks like something is going down over there. Hide and watch. It's all there. All the gluck, blah. Oh, Jesus, what? The Dark Noel, what are you doing here? Surprise inspection! Oh, interesting. What the heck? Am I supposed to do stuff now? Check this out. You should go see what's going on over yonder. There seems to be a bit of a standoff between the mob guys and the other ones. Cautiously approach. The lady in the weird Crimbo hat glares at you as you approach. I don't recall inviting you to this party. Are you going to introduce yourself? Shit clumsy. What's wrong with your hat? Nothing at all. A Crimbo hat is appropriate for all seasons. It's all spooky and like beautiful. I'm sure I have no idea what you mean. Olive a dear, are you busy? Blah 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 blah. Be a dear and kill this guy, would you? Uh-oh. Blah 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 blah. The Crimbo lady smiles and leaves the same way she came in a horrible, weird spiral of negative space. The weird shadow monster that was once a person turns to face you. Oh, wait. Not what I meant to do there. What? No. Quit that. Hello! Uh-oh. Shadows begin to gather around him. Abstract, menacing shapes. Hey, you mob guys. Can I get you to give me a hand with this? Considering the newly terrifying Mr. Gluck is between us and the exit, seems like we got no choice. Take a look on. Ow. Well, interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and actually do this. Whoa, shit. He can take a hit. I'm gonna tongue him. Well, he's dead. Whoa. Yeah, I'm gonna, I think, heal. Well, that sucks. Ow. That's not gonna do a lot to them, huh? Ling. Go ahead and tong you, buddy. Oh my god, he's still not dead. I'm gonna go ahead and kill you, so you're one less thing. Ow. Yeah, about all that. I'd like to, I think go ahead and use this on you. Shoot you a couple times. I'll shoot you again. And it's gone, baby. Then I'm gonna attack this thing. Well, yeah, attack it. Tong it. And it's dead. Ow. Emit. I'm gonna shoot you. And I'm gonna shoot you again. And then I'm gonna finish this fight. With the shadow creatures defeated, the mob guys brush themselves off. Whew! This caper has got me all balled up. And how? This whole scene is nutty as a squirrel's mistress. Come on, let's aim straight. They tip their hats to you and make for the door. Investigate what's left of that guy. He mostly dissolved into a cloud of that weird shadow stuff, but there are a few objects on the ground: a pocket watch, a bank pouch, and an official-looking document of some sort. You got an item. Dangerous pocket watch. Great. It's just wrong. Bank pouch full of meat. Cool. Deed to the speakeasy. Legal document regarding an illegal establishment. Huh. You take a quick look at the document. It turns out this Gluck guy was the owner of the speakeasy, and now you are. Maybe. Is that how deeds work? Well, what do you know? Cool. Huh. This booze looks dangerous, and it also appears to be tainted with some kind of sinister magical energy. This fridge is plugged in. A little note on it says, "Experimental, not for lunches." Open. The fridge has been fitted with an experimental automatic ice cube maker. Unfortunately, it's made one single gigantic ice cube that fills the entire fridge. I guess if you ever need a block of ice as big as you, here's where you can get it. I probably have to remember that at some point. Yeah. You don't have to leave the building to open your map, by the way. Oh, I know. I was just looking around. Yeah, I know. I've done it several times, like actually open it up. I'm just still looking around and yada yada yada. Calm down, game. As you're walking down one of Ocean City's residential streets on the way to where you're going, you hear eerie music coming from the upstairs window of a nearby house. Eerie Music House. I'll continue where I'm going. I'll go there sometime. Zimmer's house. Well, I got your thing, I think. I found the watch. It was complicated. I'd be more surprised if you told me it was simple. Well, you know the drill. Strap it on and jump in the uncursing machine. It's a pocket watch. It doesn't... Just uncurse the thing and get some sleep, okay? You look like you're been through the ringer. I won't dispute that. Hey, what's Murray's desk piled with books and papers. He's got a weird feeling about it for some reason. Investigate. Nestled among the books and papers is a book of old but still valid postage stamps with a few missing. They're surrounded with a haze of weird shadowy energy, but you can still clearly see the illustrations of cute dogs on them. Wait a minute, cute dogs? That's just like the stamp that survived your luggage fire. Oh dang, of course, that stamp is what destroyed your luggage. All your best stuff was in there. Your clothes, your teddy bear. That tears it. This shadow business has become personal. I mean, it was personal already because of Murray being your uncle and all, but now it's extra personal. Grr. What's up? These stamps have shadow gunk on them, and one of them killed my luggage. Oh my gosh. I guess that was my fault. I ran out of stamps and found those inside Murray's desk. I didn't even think to test them. I'm so sorry. It's not your fault. It's whatever. is whatever is causing this damn shadow stuff. I'm definitely going to put a stop to it, though. Wait, how many of these stamps have you used? Just the one, thankfully. The rest must have already been gone when Murray found them. Well, that's good news, at least. Well, sit in it. Time for another nightmare. You sit in the chair, which is surprisingly comfortable, and pull the weird metal dome thing down over your head. What would you like to uncurse today? Curse today. Maybe my tongue. The dangerous pocket watch. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take a sip of water. Helps a little bit. The machine snorts the pocket watch up into its dome and begins its strange and loud work. The pocket watch is pulled this way and that. Its ticks become cassettes, and its talks cassettes, and its three hands are forcibly bent back. You swear you could hear screams. And then it's done. The watch falls into your lap, hands down, set to 130634. You got an item. Uncursed pocket watch. Reduce an enemy's muscle, mysticality, and moxie by 3 once per fight. Huh. The watch's curse now resides within the machine. Want to project your consciousness into it? Yeah, sure, why not? In your mind's eye, you see the hands of a pocket watch spinning back on themselves with jittery violence. With each revolution, the face of the watch itself expands until it is larger than you in the building and the street. Your whole world lives in the blur of the fast-running hands, in which you see life go by in reverse time. Submarines turn to long ships, cities to stone dwellings, cowboys to courtesans. You are traveling faster and faster to the beginning of time itself, and there's no telling when this ride will end. Hold on tight. Jump. With those 2 salad forks, no, you lack the opposable thumbs necessary to turn a doorknob. You're completely contained in here unless you figure out how to open doors. I don't know anything about dexterity. I'm a dinosaur. 3 dexterity, huh? Check for messages. You check the message pad next to the phone. There's a note for you, dinosaur. No phone number. Eat phone. Open a door. Huh. Break it down. Oof. You slap your prehistoric tummy against the wood, but it doesn't even make a dent. Maybe that's why the dinosaurs went extinct. Couldn't open doors. Rawr. Well, I guess I'll eat Gabby. Whoa there, Haas. Let's cut ya all horns and rattled. Been dipping into the nose paint again? Gabby doesn't talk like that. Sure is, partner. Sure is. Haha. Hey, Gabby. I'm a dinosaur. Whoop! Pew! Pew! I'm the quickest draw in the West. Can you open the door for me? Oh, I don't know. Never had a head for puzzles, chick. That's got me right funky-fied. Oh, talk. What strangeness afflicts thee? Never mind, for the sun transits the horizon, and I grow ever the more in need of thy assistance. Understand, whilst you sleep under this roof, thou art my lodger, and a signature on this paperwork is by me required. When did you start talking like this? A provocative remark, madam, and by thee well made. Can you open these doors for me? Curious, madam, for I do not believe those doors to be locked. Well, what do I know? And thou wilt find in the telephone table thither a key to satisfy thy need. Make you leave. I still can't do that. I don't know how to get dexterity. Wait, what? Knock the chair over. Oh, cool. I gained a dexterity point. Flip the table. Yay. You gained 1 dexterity. Pull out the drawers. Oh, behave. Eat the cat. This. Eat the table. Is bigger than your brain, and you devour the entire table in a few quick bites. The key to the door now lies safe and sound in your dinosaur stomach. Huh. Huh. Open a door. Eat Charles. Oh, wait. Eat Charles. Hey, easy does it, baby. We're all hungry. Please help. I'm a dinosaur. Yeah, baby, yeah. Can you open the door for me? Huh? What's that? Greta Garbled? Okay. Real groovy pocket watch you got there, chick. I like the way it ticks. You understand me? Yes. A lot of power in that timepiece. A lot of power. Would you make a promise to me, baby? Would you promise not to throw that power away? A lot of good can be done with that groovy power, baby. Charles isn't calling baby. I hear you, kitty cat. What did you say, kitty cat? Will you do me a promise? Promise not to throw away that groovy power in that timepiece. Yeah, let's do it, man. Groovy, kitty cat. Shake hands. Heck yeah. Absolutely smash it. Shake on it. Yeah, 1 dexterity. Oh, enthusiastic. Do I have enough to do this yet? No. Huh. What am I trying to do here, man? Talk to Gabby. Howdy, chick. What you chewing on? Snuff for me? Same as always, heh heh. Okay. Ooh, I can read book. Yay! You can't relate to most of the books they have here, but there's one travelogue by by Diplodocus that proves moderately diverting. You gain 1 dexterity. Do I have enough for this? Nope. Talk to Jessica. Still don't have enough for that. Jesus. What am I doing? Leave, I guess? I don't know. How much dexterity do I actually have? Eat cat, open door. Oh, read a paper. Whoa. Not enough to do this? No. Ah. And dexterity, I need. God, dude. What am I still missing here? Unstitch the rug, jeez. I don't know what to do now. I really don't. Wait. Huh. Okay, interesting. Yay, sign your name. I don't have enough muscle. Oh, I can do it with just muscle. Okay. Huh. Clock casts a long shadow over barren wasteland, huh? So we meet at last with I looking the older man, though you are far older than I shall ever be. I never saw this room before. We are the Alpha and the Omega, you, the beginning and of time, and I, its end. Will you walk with me, dear friend, to watch the death of our world and the birth of another? I'm just trying to curse a pocket watch, pal. Tick, tick, tick. The hands of the uncursed pocket watch beat on. Boats with the current, born correctly into the future. You pull the pocket watch out and look at it. It's gained some luster. Upgrade. Huh. The curse is lifted, time is in its rightful home, and you no longer have a tail. Yep. I wish I had a tail. Me too, sometimes. That's adorable. Oh, that was fun. Okay, cool. Now what? Well, I guess actually I could, this thing, I'm gonna open it. Fuck it. Woo! 300! Woo! That was nice. Huh. Reduce dynamic muscle. Oh yeah. Physicality and moxie by 5 once per fight. Huh. That might actually be kind of useful. The spooky thing's kind of nice, but it's not that amazing. I'm gonna try this, actually. It's pretty good. Excuse me. Okay, so anyways, not sure where, I guess, well, I guess actually I could talk to her and see if she's got another random mission for me. Talk to her. This looks pretty busy, but then she always does. The letter from Uncle Murray was a real surprise. That letter, I didn't read it. What did it actually say? Basically, he just asked if I could go visit him because he needed help with something big, and he knew I had an adventuresome spirit. Haha, adventuresome spirit. Yeah, that's Murray, all right. I haven't seen him in ages. I mean, I only ever saw him at Crimbo, and sometimes he came with us when we went camping in the summer. But after I moved out to go to college, we kind of lost touch except for birthday cards. But you dropped everything to come see him? I wasn't carrying anything of value. Just a crappy desk job I was sick to death of. Well, working here will definitely be more exciting than working at a desk. You yourself are working at a desk right now. Yeah, but you aren't taking over for me, or taking over for Murray. Let's hope it's just a temp gig. Well, yeah, I guess I could just go out and do some things. Might as well, right? Go to the eerie house. Sure. Thanks. Why not? I'll take another one, just randomly. This seems like a pretty normal house in a pretty nice neighborhood, but there's something odd about it. Some sort of uncomfortable energy that makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up. Maybe it's something to do with that weird droning tone you hear coming from inside. Like a pained, inhuman moan, constantly rising in pitch. Maybe that's it, yeah. It's just maybe. Ugh. You knock, but hear no response. So you nose your way inside. That eerie sound is even louder in here. It seems to be coming from upstairs. Also, the owner's interior design sensibilities are a little strange. Huh. A bunch of books about music theory. Even the most basic one would be totally beyond you. I think this is like, if anybody knows Aaron Hansen, this is like his ultimate fear. Huh. Yeah, it's full of sheet music. Examine one of the pieces. You pull out a sheet, but it's all in German. Und du kannst kein Deutsch gesprochen. The door is locked. Well, I guess I'm going upstairs to figure out what's going on with this ever so wonderful noise. Climb it. Okay, hey there, buddy. A tired-looking man is playing a cello here. Talk to him. What? Who are you? Why are you in my house? Sorry for intruding, but I heard the music, and I guess I have an intrusive nature. My name's Chick Clumsy. Well, I am Ernst Zimmer. Forgive me for not stopping, but it is vital that I continue playing. What are you doing? There is darkness beneath my house. Did you check the fuse box? No, it's probably that then. Listen to me. I had a dream. A premonition of a dark rift appearing in my basement and growing until it swallowed the entire house and then the neighborhood and then the world. Sounds wonderful. It was not just a dream. I went downstairs to check the basement, and there is indeed a rift. As of now, it's still small. I must keep playing this cello to prevent it from growing any larger. How does playing... I'm sure there's a rational explanation. Probably just a trick of light, plus your anxiety over the nightmare. You're probably right. Just an old man jumping at shadows, I suppose. Happens to the best of us. Don't worry, everything's fine. Leave. This is gonna be bad. Go back down. Uh-oh. Maybe convincing Zimmer to stop playing his cello wasn't such a good idea after all. Oops. Huh. Every one of these molding books is titled Blood. It would appear that two ghosts are playing a very spirited game of chess. Huh. Oh, this chair seems to be having a hard time remaining stationary. Huh. Viscous black sludge bubbles in the teapot. What a fish. Huh. This isn't tea. Eldritch mist. The world is full of vapors. Most of them are benign, but some of them are terrifying. This is the terrifying kind. Take some. Bubbling black sludge. Maximum until you use another potion. Foul goo from a haunted teapot. Yikes! This chair is barely there. Moths have eaten all of the contents and most of the container. Sable slipped the surly bonds of the floor. Shelves full of trophies from murder competitions. This chair is whispering. Listen to it. Sit in me. Do it. You sit in the chair for a few minutes and nothing bad happens. Apparently it was all bark and no bite. Just as well. It's a cabinet full of sheet music. Examine one of the pieces. You pull out a sheet. It's a piece entitled All Albeit and No Spiel Makes Ernst a Dull Boy. Okay. Fun stuff, that. Oh, geez. That sure is a dark rift in space over there, just like Zimmer was afraid of. Well, nuts. Huh. Boxes of moldy sheet music, huh? Everything on this shelf has either evaporated or expired. Huh. It's a big hole in, well, in here. Step through. Really? Yeah, why not? You find yourself in an infinite black void, or, well, it looks like an infinite black void, but you have the uneasy feeling that your brain is only showing you an infinite black void because it doesn't want to try to and process what this place actually looks like. It's a weird feeling. Look around. Huh. A thrumming spike of nega energy. Dampen it. Dampen it. Dampen it. Dampen it. Wait. Block it. Oh. Nope. No. That was if I just dampen them all. Dampen. 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 Is this guy gonna fight me? This creature is built more or less like a large muscular person. If you built a large muscular person out of some kind of writhing black ooze and or smoke and or just plain raw darkness, it has a fist-sized glowing crystal embedded in its chest, about where its sternum would be. And as you draw near, you can feel it radiating invisible waves of energy, kind of like heat coming off a radiator, except also the opposite of that, and also not at all related to that. Look, incomprehensible forces are tricky to describe, okay? The creature shambles back and forth, waving its arms in a way that almost looks like it's dancing, or praying, or maybe just absent-mindedly flailing. It seems obvious to your present. It seems oblivious to your presence, although that will probably change pretty quickly if you try to interfere with it. Like, say, if you were to pry the glowing crystal out of its chest. Size it up. The creature looks extremely weak, almost docile. Pry out the crystal. Oh, you make a quick grab at the crystal, but it's firmly lodged in the creature's chest. The creature howls, and its long, spindly arms flail ineffectually as you, barely cognizant of your actions, plunge your hands into murky flesh, fingers questing through lukewarm tar until they find ribs, gritting your teeth, forcing open the cage, creaking, cracking, snapping like dry branches. You grab your prize and tear it free of the muck. The creature evaporates with a sigh of smoke. The crystal is both warm and cold in your hand, and has a slight buzzing vibration to it. I'm afraid of taking it with me. But fuck it, let's take it with me. Yes, something tells you that this crystal is very important, as well as being really shiny and pretty. That small crystal you found inside a rift in Earth Simmer. Yeah, I'll take it with me. Why not? Screw it. It occurs to you that taking that weird crystal out of here might be a bad idea. On the other hand, it's yours now, and you'd prefer to keep it. It's really trying to make me feel bad about this. um. Huh. Into the rift, fuck it. What's the worst that can happen? I'm sure there's plenty of awful things that can happen. Hi, Gabby. How's it going? It's all of the berries. Huh. You know what? As you start to leave the house, something tells you that it would be bad to take that weird crystal out of here. That something is definitely not the crystal, because it's a really great crystal, and you're deriving great satisfaction from owning it. Smash the crystal. You pull a hammer out of your inventory, or if you don't actually have a hammer, whatever object would be the most hammer adjacent, and give the crystal a solid thwack. It makes a sound like a baby being torn in half and bursts into glittering shards that quickly vaporize. The furniture settles down as the house's extremely haunted atmosphere dissipates. Phew. Fine, I'll go talk to the dude. Climb it. Oh, what? Looking pretty nervous about this whole situation. Hi, Ernst. Hello. I fixed it. I closed the rift. You did? That's wonderful. I owe you my life, and probably also my house's life. Here, take this cello. I have no further need of it, and to be quite frank with you, the thought of playing it ever again only pains me. Huh. Interesting. But cool. Okay. Well, thanks. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess for now, I probably just need to go back to Plunkett Street and go to sleep. Because, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how this game works exactly. Thin, nervous-looking man in a suit stops you. Excuse me, ma'am. Do you fear for your safety in this dangerous city full of hoodlums and criminals? Least of all, death. Huh. Carry 3 spare changes of underwear, and I've already used one today. I ain't afraid of nothing. Overconfidence can be a real killer, ma'am. Fortunately, I have something here that can justify it. Oh, I see. Okay. What are you selling? He holds up a small case and opens it, displaying a selection of the tiniest pistols you've ever seen. Derringers. With one of these up your sleeve, in your sock, or wherever you can think to hide it, personal self defense is right at your fingertips. Huh. Are concealed pistols legal in this state? What? Probably, sure. Huh, how much? For only 30 meat. This gun is small but packs a modest punch. Nah, thanks. Alright, well, if you get murdered, don't come crying to me. Unless it's to buy a Derringer. Continue on your way. Okay. So, yay. Doing pretty good on money, actually, you know. Your inventory. Yeah. You know, actually, I'm curious. I want to go to the place over here. Talk to him. Hey, it's you again. You find Oliver? Yes. I don't like the sound of that. Oliver is gone. The handoff went extremely badly. Badly? Yeah, that too. You go over the events of the fridge factory. Fancy Dan makes a variety of faces at various points in your story, because Fancy Dan is a good listener. Show him the deed. Dan skims the deed. Says here the ownership of the speakeasy is automatically transferred to whoever has physical possession of this deed. Huh, is that legal? None of this is legal. Oh, yeah. I guess you're my new boss, baby. Let's have one drink to mourn the old boss, and another one to celebrate the new one. Good idea. I guess we ought to change the name since, well, Oliver's Place is no longer Oliver's Place. I suppose that's right. Got any ideas? Well, you could go traditional and just call it Chick's Place, or something hip like the Purple Door, or something incisive and avant-garde like, I don't know, Noblesse Oblige. Purple Door is good. Oh, that was just an example, but you're the boss. Now to business. To business. We make the beer in-house, so that's safe. But we're out of everything else. And based on your story, I'd say the stuff at the factory isn't safe to use. Yeah. If you can find booze or mixes or garnishes, bring it back here. Any idea where to get started with that? No, but you might check with Barnaby. Barnaby? Dan points at the milky-eyed sot at a table by the wall. He doesn't see very well, but he's got a nose for news and 6th sense for booze. He might know where you can find what you're looking for. Thanks. Leave. Assuming this dude. Yep. He turns his head towards you and smiles. Buy him a drink. You buy him a drink and await his prognostication. After a few moments and a few sips, he clears his throat and speaks. They try, but they'll never dam up the flow. Okay. I have a drink. After a few moments and a few sips, he clears his throat. Distilled to its essence, the lake is just a valley abandoned. I think I see. They try, but the... Okay, is there any point to this? Okay, fuck it. A lake and a dam. Basically, all they had to say. Alright. The code says grapes under here. You quickly pry up the tile, and sure enough, there are grapes. Floor grapes, aged and flattened. Take them to Fancy Dan. Huh. Found some floor grapes. Floor grapes, eh? Well, when life gives you floor grapes, you make floor wine, baby. Sounds like a plan. Leave. Huh. Well, anyways, there was that. I think honestly, yeah, I'm just gonna go in here, and I don't think I can get any more missions directly from her. Let's see, I don't know. Yeah, that tracks. Okay, well, anyways, I guess I just have to. Hey, chick, before you go to bed, I need you to approve a new tenant for the storefront next door. What? Why is that up to me? Charles shrugs. Somebody's got to do it. There's 3 applicants for the place. Okay, what are they? The first applicant is Advanced Pants. It doesn't say what they plan on selling, but I have to assume that's pants. The second is Truncheons and Bludgeons. This fella is really excited about weaponry. And the last applicant is Ye Old Chemiker, some SIT science lady who wants to sell potions. Huh. So, which option would I prefer? I mean, my weapon's okay at the moment. My pants are actually pretty good. I think the potion store would probably be the most useful. Okay, I'll get them moved in and get the next storefront ready for applicants. Thanks, Charles. Ow. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can only use 1 potion, per day, but, the thing is, this game's, forcing me to actually sleep every day, or sleep at certain points. Before in West of Loathing, you didn't actually have to sleep. You could technically play through the game in a single day. But this is, I have to actually go to sleep to get new missions, I guess. But, that's fine. Okay, so, yeah. Go to sleep. Another little dream sequence. A fitful dream. All of your favorite pants gone. It's Jeff, the kid who used to bully you in 3rd grade. Make amends. Hey, listen. Hey, Jeff, listen. No hard feelings, okay? I understand in retrospect that you must have had problems at home, and I just want you to know everything is okay now. Jeff swats the overdue library book out of your hands. Ah, I see. Since this is just a dream version of you, you're still as much of a jerk as you were in the 3rd grade. Jeff suddenly punches you, knocking out all of your teeth. Hey! If this was actually happening, I'd be really mad. You pick up your teeth and walk away. You got an item. Your teeth. What a jerk. Uh-oh. Creepy Crimbo lady from the refrigerator factory, now in literal nightmare form. Move past her. Excuse me, I need to get past you. Why? Are you in a hurry to wake up? Darling, it's Crimbo. Used to be making Mary. Crimbo is still months away. Oh, but it's always Crimbo in dreams, dear. Mary Crimbo, then. Mary Crimbo, dearie. I didn't have time to properly introduce myself before. I'm Dark Noel. In an affectionate as goofy... In an affectation as goofy as her name, she curtsies. Dark Noel, eh? You're really taking this motif seriously. Right. It's right down to your weird, evil-looking Crimbo hat. Her smile falters a little. Evil-looking? I told you at the refrigerator factory. It's just a... Wait. She points the weird device she's holding at her hat. It starts beeping in a fast, irregular pattern. You're telling me that you can see the special Crimbo magic with your eyes? Yes, if that's what it is. This is decidedly unfestive news. I'd better talk to the president. You want to talk to Calvin Coolidge about your Crimbo hat? I want to talk to the real president about you. I see. Yes, that's the problem, dear. And I'll see you soon with the solution. She scowls and jumps off the edge of whatever this you're standing on. This won't end well for her. Interesting. Oh, this bookshelf is not behaving the way bookshelves do when you're awake. Take a closer look. Book, and the bookshelf puts out of existence the melting mind. You're not sure what kind of book this is. Avant-garde, social commentary, psychedelic research journal, total nonsense created by the random nighttime firings of your own neurons, grants a combat skill, mind melt, deal an opponent's mysticality to itself in hot damage. Huh. Alright. Okay. Step through. I guess I'll be able to use it when I actually get out. Whoa. Alarmingly, a man in an expensive suit is standing at the foot of your bed. What the heck? Who are you? You may call me Don Toblerone. I represent a certain organization of, shall we say, like-minded criminals. Organized criminals? Like the mob? Wait, you're the Don of a local mob? The mob boss in my room personally? No, I'm not the Don. That is merely my nomenclature. It's an abbreviation for Donald. Oh, well, that's confusing. It has been a matter of some confiscation. Yes, I do have a sobriquet, but I don't care for it very much. What is it? Donnie Thesaurus. I'm gonna hazard a guess that they call you that because you like long words. That is very astute of you. Of course, this astutician comes as no surprise to me. My associators tell me you handled yourself well during the conflagration at the refrigerator manufactorium. I handle myself well all the time. I'm starting to get tired, by the way. Ugh. I am here to propound for your considerationing a certain proposition. Come again? I'm here to make you an offer. Oh, can I refuse it? Certainly, though your refusation would be, shall we say, unadvisatory. What's the offer? From time to time, my collegiates and I have certain requirements, but lack the necessary manpower to achieve them. At such junctures, we make lucrative arrangements with certain capable individualists. We find ourselves at this moment at a juncture such as the junctures I have thus upscribed. So you want me to do do contract work for the mob? Exactingly. Sure, why not? An excellent decision, if I may articulate such. So what happens now? Just sit tight. As they say, we will call upon you telephonically. He gives you a curt nod, then leaves the room through the window. It takes him 3 or 4 tries to work the latch. Alright then. My lord. Huh. Well, anyways, I think that's the end of this particular episode. I'll come back to it, of course, as per usual. But I think I've made some decent progress. I kind of do want to look here. How much? 30 XP. Not a lot. I think I'm going to save up for this next. Yeah, that's probably a good thing. I mean, I could get this. Item drops, meat drops. That would be nice, but I think I just want to save up more for this kind of stuff. Anyways, it's been fun. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye. Have. Yeah, just do whatever. I don't fucking care. This.